right, welcome everyone to the Wednesday Afternoon Advocate News Meeting. I'm editor and publisher Chris Cobley. With me as always to my left.
I'm Becky Cooper, managing editor.
And to my right.
Tony Blandron, city editor.
And behind the camera.
Visual editor Thomas Martinez.
So let us know what you think of the stories we're working on, any suggestions you have for stories we should be working on. That's why we come on every weekday to hear from you. To get you warmed up while we're signing on, we'll ask a trivia question, as is our way. And Frank Herbert, or Hebert, I don't know, Frank Herbert was an American science fiction writer. What novel is considered his masterpiece? Masterpiece science fiction writer. I should science fiction story. I went through a science fiction reading phase. I read a bunch of science fiction, but I know I will feel bad that I can't remember. And I don't.
Star Wars.
No, that's not it. I don't think
E.T.
so. E.T. No. What is it? It's like transformation or something like that.
Transformers.
AI, artificial intelligence.
Yeah. You got a lot of. I can tell we got a lot of science fiction readers.
No, I don't read that.
The mashed potato movie.
I like to read.
Can't remember.
Wally?
No, or Richard Dreyfuss
Oh.
Huh?
builds that thing.
Close Encounters.
Yes.
Close Encounters.
That was made for. That was written by. That was never a novel.
How do you know?
I don't think so. Because that's movie trivia. I don't think it was.
Tony knows his movie trivia, if not as science fiction. Let's see
Well,
here.
speaking of Hollywood, John just said that Rutger Hauer died.
Rutger Hauer died?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
John just saw it on his biography. He has.
I interviewed Rutger Hauer.
Yes, you did.
He came to Victoria for.
You had no choice.
Because he was in one of my favorite movies of all time, Blade Runner, and he came for some independent movie he was part of for the Film Fest, Victoria Film Fest, and pretty cool. I don't know how much people know of Rutger Hauer these days, but
He was 75.
he was awesome in Blade Runner.
Dutch film actor Rutger Hauer, who specialized in menacing roles, including a memorable turn as a murderous android in Blade Runner, opposite Harrison Ford, has died.
He was also in.
Oh, he died July 19 at his home in the Netherlands.
Well, they're just announcing it now?
Yeah, Hauer's roles included a terrorist in Nighthawks, I remember that,
Yeah.
with Sylvester Stallone. Cardinal Rourke in Sin City, and playing an evil corporate executive in Batman Begins. He was in the big budget 1985 fantasy Lady Hawk, I remember that.
Oh yeah, Lady Hawk. I
And
remember
won a
that.
supporting actor Golden Globe Award in 1988 for Escape from
Which mountain?
Sobibor, Sobibor. In Blade Runner, he played the Roy Batty.
Yeah.
In his dying reign, soliloquy. Okay, Tommy quotes him.
What do you say? Is dying?
In his dying rain-soaked soliloquy, he looked back at his extraordinary existence. Quote, "All those moments will be lost in time, like tears in rain. Time to die."
Time to die.
He
It
said
does
that.
fly.
That's in the movie.
It's so fun. It's so much fun to
Awesome.
play. It's so much fun to playfully roam into the dark side of the soul and tease people, the actor told the AP in 1987. If you try to work on human beings' light side, that's harder. What is good is hard. Most people try to be good all their lives. So you have to work harder to make those characters interesting.
Well, anyway, in local news, that's Rutger Hauer. Sorry, he's passed.
Sorry, that was our
Pat
memorial.
McDonald signed on, and she's wanting to let people know that the benefit for Mid-Coast and Kara Ann Hobbs Foundation is in silent auction and early birds donation stage. Tomorrow opens at 11:30. Chamber is doing a ribbon cutting at noon, and Will is auctioning a few surprises, and the food will be ready. And the silent auction is live to 5:30. So that's all that days gone by downtown. So Pat,
Yeah.
thanks.
Elena's supposed to be writing up in advance on that.
Yeah. Sorry.
Elena's supposed to be writing in
Oh,
advance
she-
on that. I don't see it
okay.
on here though.
Okay. All right. And then in other local news, Jessica's doing a feature about volunteers at Goose Island who are removing invasive guinea grass and silverleaf sunflowers that are crowding out an oak motte that shields the big tree in Goose Island. So,
Sounds like lyrics in a song. Hanging out an oak moth that shields the big tree.
all right.
Sounds like an opening to a poem.
My little horse must think it queer to stop without a farmhouse near.
He gives his little bells a shake to.
Anyway, then Kara's doing a follow-up on the Gulf Bend, and it's a day habitation program for adults with intellectual and developmental disabilities that she wrote something about on today's front page. She's following up on that issue. Court reporter John Wilcox has a story about a large jury verdict up in DeWitt County, so that'll be, I think, of high interest to people who need to fill out the budget, but it'll be a good story. Robbie has the regional roundup of what's going on in all the small towns around us, so for those who say they don't know what's going on, read the newspaper every day and go to victoriaadvocate.com/calendar. It's all there, everything you need to know. Also, I see we're getting lots of cute cat photos, so that contest is ongoing. Cat and owner selfies for your chance to win a gift certificate from Charlene's Gifts downtown.
We got some really cute dog photos.
We got a ton of dog photos, so cat lovers, you need to step up if you're gonna match all the dog photos we got.
The pressure's on you.
Yeah, so we'll be answering the question with these back-to-back contests whether the Crossroads, Victoria and the Crossroads is a dog community or cat community, right? More cat people or dog people here?
I saw the winning doggy photo. Was that dog yawning?
Don't give it away.
I can't.
When's that running?
Sunday.
This Sunday. So this Sunday you can see all the dog photos will be in. Let's see.
No, I don't think we put all of them in.
Well, as many as we can fit. They're all online if you go to victoriaadvocate.com. Let's see, I'm looking else. There's several other things. We had an advance to Victoria's school board meeting trying to answer the question of when and how much teacher raises will be. Kara was at the Citizens Medical Center board meeting today. Fairly light meeting, she tells us, but has some more about their new dining system, which might be of interest. And Get Out, our entertainment section is tomorrow. So again, if you want to know what's going on, Tammy, thanks for joining us. Mary, thanks for joining us. If you want to know what's going on, read Get Out tomorrow. Elena, our features editor, has a story about a company in Shiner that does all Texas-made products. Furniture, bacon, honey, pies.
They grow their own cattle, so all the cattle is grass-fed.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Selling bacon?
And they have their own pigs too.
Oh, they must have a frozen section.
Or they can sell it fresh if you get there the day they harvest it.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
They take a lot of the meats to Houston to a market days up there each week or once a month or something like that.
Also in Get Out, there's a story about the Rear Window Listening Room in Ganado. My Brother's Keeper is playing. And Edna at Brackenridge, they're having an event in the summer bash. It's not the end of the summer, is it? When is that happening? Although it was really cool today. This morning it was awesome.
I think it's in early August.
Would it please the weather please stay like this for another couple of months?
I know. It was like a nice
This morning when I came in to work at 7:30, I'm saying, wow, this is nice.
Yeah, I stepped outside to come to work. It's like, wow, I like this.
Yeah. I don't know how long it's supposed to last. Probably not too much longer.
Sherry told me that this morning. I said, quit it.
Yeah.
Cold out.
Yeah, it was nice. But anyway, Brackenridge has live music, food trucks, vendors, water slides, hay rides coming up. Not sure when that is, but it's on.
It's this weekend.
But it's 89 degrees now.
I walked up and got a salad and some cookies from Bella Farms. It was nice at lunchtime too.
Did you break a sweat?
Nope. Even walking up and back. Then in sports, really enjoyed Tyler's story on the fishing tournament today. The Lone Star Shootout and photos by Evan. I thought were good. So that ended up being a really nice package in sports. We'll be covering the boat parade tomorrow. So this is your chance to flock to Port O'Connor, even though there's Poco Buenos no more. You got the Lone
Poco
Star.
Bueno would have been last week, so this
Right.
week is Lone Star, and they're hoping they get the Poco Bueno crowds.
Right. good story. Tyler's doing a nice job.
Yeah, I think he followed us lately. He finished. He stayed late last night to finish this.
This one, the one for tomorrow is about Roxanne Morris, who's transferring from Blinn to A&M.
And I told him I would read it first thing right now because I didn't last night.
All right. Well,
I don't know what it was. Is there like more crap in the air? Because my eyes were like blurry yesterday.
I don't know. We don't have the algae report out today. Today we got the A's and Astros playing. Astros have an afternoon game.
Good.
Is it a doubleheader? Must be a doubleheader. I don't know. And Tour de France is going on. Spurs are doing something or other. I don't know. And
Is Sherry psyched about Tim Duncan coming back to the sport?
Yeah.
Most
Mark
people.
Sanchez is retiring from the NFL. Does anybody care? Played quarterback for USC, but never really panned out that great with the Jets. Well, I guess it says he did lead them to the AFC Championship game in his first 2 seasons, but never seemed to really go do much from there, did he, Tom?
No. Of course, he's famous for the infamous butt fumble.
Oh, yeah.
Butt
I forgot about that.
He was under pressure and started running, and then he ran into his own lineman and hit the lineman's butt, and he fumbled it and lost the ball.
Lost the ball.
You gotta look it up. Mark Sanchez butt fumble on Google,
Okay.
and it's crazy. It's
Okay.
That's something. All right, what's on the national scene? Of course, Robert Mueller, I don't know. A lot of posturing going on. I haven't watched any of it. Tell me
Oh
what
yeah,
it is.
it's like a tennis match.
Yeah.
You hear 5 minutes of thank you, Mr. Mueller, for your great service to America and providing all this information, and then 5 minutes of you really didn't know how to manage that report, did you? You hired tainted lawyers, blah blah blah. So it's back and forth. 5 minutes of Republican questioning, 5 minutes of Democrat questioning.
All right.
And in front of 2 House committees too, the Judiciary and then the Intelligence. So there's 5 hours of fun for you. I'm sure you can find it.
Shama Verma says hi. Hello. Thanks for tuning in.
Hey, on the state wire, there's this. I don't know if you know
Which
that.
one? The one about voting rights?
No.
That one or which one?
The drug testing.
Oh, the drug
From
test.
the school district.
Yeah.
They're going to start testing students as young as 12 years old who are interested in playing sports or participating in other
Extracurricular
thank
activities.
you, extracurricular activities. This is the Bushland Independent School District.
In Amarillo area?
Yeah, Dateline Amarillo.
Isn't there some kind of drug testing here that goes on?
Yeah.
At 12?
Yeah. I don't know.
Not that young. I think it's junior high and high school people who want to play sports.
I'm pretty sure Paul had to do that.
Superintendent said says students in grades 7 through 12 must pass the drug test before they're approved for extracurricular events.
I don't know if it's junior high and high school or high school. You know.
so is that just one test, or do they get tested throughout the year?
Does not have a drug problem, wants to be proactive, have either saliva swabs or urine samples will be tested. Administrators will check for 7 substances, including alcohol, marijuana, heroin, and opioids. Bushland is just west of Amarillo.
Interesting. I'll add that to the budget. Anything else big? We got a lot to get done, so I guess we'll sign off fast.
Mhm.
Anything else with the Mueller testimony? We'll have that in, and the variety of state stories. And I think that's about it. But to answer our trivia question, unless anybody else has got anything else, Pat, Frank Herbert was an American science fiction writer. What novel is considered his masterpiece? The answer is, it was a movie. It was a movie. We should have kept going. I should have thought of this. It wasn't a very good movie, I have to say. It was kind of a famous, big budget flop, almost.
Several.
Yeah, but does that ring any bells from the 80s, maybe? Was that what it was?
From the 80s?
Yeah.
2001 Space
Never
Odyssey.
heard of it. No.
No, well,
That was,
that's a good guess, but,
George
Arthur
Verne.
Clarke.
Oh.
Arthur Clarke. Good, nice. You pulled that out. Dune. Remember
Dune.
Dune?
Oh,
Dune.
yeah,
The epic
yeah.
novel, first published in 1965, is widely considered one of the greatest and most influential works of science fiction. But the movie starred, what's his name from Twin Peaks? That guy.
Kyle MacLachlan.
Kyle MacLachlan, and It was not a good movie. I watched it.
Dune, like in Sand Dune?
Yeah,
Okay.
but it's a whole alien world and da 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 da. Anyway,
Yeah, it was. That's the one that had the water special effect, didn't it?
I don't remember, but it was
The
a
water
big
one.
it was a big budget
There's a
movie
face
that
at the
really
end of the
flopped.
water
really.
tube. The water tube.
Maybe. Maybe. All right, but if you have any news tips, comments, suggestions, want to talk about 2001: Space Odyssey? I think Tom wants to talk about that. The computer. It was not
How?
Right?
Never seen it actually.
You never saw it? Well,
You didn't?
Mm.
it
You
is
are so
considered a
deprived.
landmark movie, but it was also pretty slow.
You're
Rather
deprived.
slow. Anyway, but you can give us a call here in the newsroom at 574-1222. Peace out.